Welcome you all. Thank you for joining on time at 9:30 p.m. to learn more about our own Krishna. So yesterday we talked about Krishna's name as Tulsi Dhamma Bhushana, which is uh, a special ornament to Krishna by Tulsi Devi. So Tulsi is very, very dear to Krishna. We understood why and why actually Tulsi is offered on a regular basis to Krishna. So now we'll be understanding another interesting name which speaks about the uh, nature of the absolute truth, the Param Satya. So we all have been grown up with an understanding that we have to be grateful, we have to offer respects to the Supreme Almighty, God, but we are not pretty sure who is that God. Some people say God is Krishna, and some people say God is something else. God is some energy is pervading throughout, because of which all nature is around. People say nature is God. When we go Nandi Hills, we say this is God, and so on and so forth. So there are different conceptions about what is Param Satya. So here, this particular name that we'll be discussing establishes that Param Satya is Purusha, is personality. So how it is so and why personality is an integral aspect of absolute truth. So we will delineate in the present session today. So let's invite our speaker for the series, Sri Vigraha Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Santosh, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
So
Prabhu.
let us begin. Let us begin with prayers.
Yes, Prabhu.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, day 11 of Krishna 108. So far, we have completed how many names? 10 into 6, 60 names we have completed. So today we shall begin with the 61st name of Lord Krishna. Let us get into the session. Let us see the first name. The 61st holy name of Krishna in the Sri Krishna Ashtottara Shatanamavali is Om Syamantakamani Hartre Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna who brought back the Syamantaka jewel. This is a very interesting story in the life of Krishna. The story depicts how Krishna was actually accused of stealing a jewel called Syamantaka Mani. Syamantaka Mani was a jewel given by the sun god to a person called Satrajit who was living in Dwaraka. The speciality of this Syamantaka jewel was every day it could produce huge quantity of gold. So this King Satrajit was worshipping this jewel every day in a temple. One day, Lord Krishna asked Satrajit, see, you have such a special jewel. If it is with the king can utilize this wealth for the betterment of the entire kingdom. Why don't you give this Samantaka jewel to the king of Dwaraka, Maharaj Ugrasena, who happened to be the grandfather of Krishna? Satrajit flatly denied. He said, no, I want it for myself. And Krishna left it there. After a few days, Satrajit's brother Prasena, he went to the forest for hunting and he had actually taken this Yamantaka jewel along with him. And during that time, a lion attacked this Satrajit and killed him and took possession of that jewel. Later on, Jambavan, the king of the bears, who was actually a devotee of Lord Ramachandra since Treta Yuga, that Jambavan also was living in that forest, and he came, killed the lion, and took charge of that Syamantaka jewel. And he had given it to his child to play in his cave. Meanwhile, in Dwaraka, when everybody started noticing that Rasena was missing, Satrajit started, spreading a rumor that Krishna only has stolen this jewel and he might have actually killed my brother Prasena for the sake of this jewel. I had earlier denied Krishna to give this jewel, but therefore now he must have taken such a step of killing my brother and taking hold of that jewel. So when Krishna got to know this, Krishna said, "This kind of a misconception has come about. Therefore, I have to clarify it myself. I have to show to the kingdom, the people, that it is not me who has taken this jewel." Therefore, Krishna went to the forest and he actually noticed the footsteps of the lion, and then following the footsteps of the bear, the king of the bears, Jambavan, he reached the Jambavan Gufa, the cave of Jambavan. There was a fierce fight between Jambavan and Krishna for many days. Later on, Jambavan got to know that this person who is so powerful should be my Lord Ramachandra. So then he requested, "Who are you?" he asked. And Krishna showed his form as Lord Ramachandra. And Jambavan surrendered to Krishna and he asked forgiveness. "I could not recognize you, my Lord. You came in this form, and I'm so sorry. So please tell me, what can I do for you?" So immediately Krishna said, "Give me the jewel that you have given to your child." And Jambavan said, "I will surely give you the jewel, but at the same time, I want you to marry my daughter, Jambavati. Please accept her as your wife." And Krishna satisfied the desire of his great devotee, Jambavan, by accepting his daughter for his wife. So, this is the incident. So, Krishna got hold of the Samantaka jewel, brought back to Dwaraka, and showed it to the whole citizens and narrated the entire story. And Satrajit felt ashamed because he was spreading a wrong message, a rumor against Krishna. Therefore, Satrajit also voluntarily came forward and gave the jewel to Krishna. And not only he gave the jewel, he also gave his own daughter, Satyabhama, as his wife. So the Syamantaka jewel story has got connection with Krishna's marrying two of his queens, Jambavati and Satyabhama. So the lesson that we can learn from this incident is, many people accuse uh, wrongly about Krishna, about his real position. Some people say Krishna is a woman hunter. Some people say Krishna is a thief. All of these are misconceptions. These are spoken by people who are in ignorance with about Krishna's position. Krishna also tells about this in the Bhagavad Gita. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashhritaha. Mudhas, or foolish people, they do not understand my actual position. They think I'm an ordinary human being. So Krishna, through this Leela of getting back the Syamantaka jewel, he proved his actual position to be above all material accusations. So let us meditate on Krishna, the Supreme Pure Personality who is above all material contamination, by chanting this name, Om Syamantakamani Hartre Namaha. The 62nd holy name of Lord Krishna is Om Naranarayanaatmakaya Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who assumed the form of Nara and Narayana. This Nara and Narayana, they are the twin incarnations of the Supreme Lord, Narayana, Krishna. These two brothers, they are in the form of sages, and they are present in a place called Badrikashrama in the Himalayas, and they perform tapasya. Even now it is said, Nara and Narayana, these two incarnations of the Lord, are present in Badrikashrama and they are performing extreme tapasya. Why should the Lord perform tapasya? Is the question. Actually, the Lord is the leader of all living entities, all of us. Now, the best leadership is when the leader walks the talk. When the leader simply talks so much, but he himself does not practice it, that is not very inspiring to the followers. Therefore, the Lord, being the supreme leader, thought that in one of my incarnations, I should set the standard of tapasya by my own practice to all the people in this world. Therefore, the Lord assumed this form as Nara and Narayana. So they perform tapasya in Badrikashrama to set an example for all of us. Human life is actually meant for spiritual realization. Human life is not meant for sense gratification. And for spiritual realization, one must be ready to take certain inconveniences. And these inconveniences are known as tapasya, austerity. And these austerities are prescribed in the scriptures. We cannot simply invent our own austerities and follow. It will be of no use. So the simplest and the most effective of all tapasya that is recommended in the present age is to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra with all humility. Simply by this process of chanting, we can attain the highest perfection. So let us meditate on Krishna, who appeared previously as Nara and Narayana, to set an example of performing tapasya for the entire humanity by chanting this name, Om Naranarayanatmakaya Namaha. The 63rd holy name of Krishna is Om Kubja Krishnambaradharaya Namaha. Obeisances to Sri Krishna, who favored Kubja, the hunchback maidservant of Kamsa. It's a very beautiful Leela of Krishna. Krishna and Balaram, they were entering the city of Mathura because Kamsa had sent Akrura to Vrindavan to bring Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. His plan was to kill Krishna. So Krishna and Balaram entered the city and they told Akrura, you please go to your house. We will just go around the city and then we shall meet again later. So Akrura went away. Now Krishna and Balaram, when they were traveling in the city, they came across a hunchback woman. Her name was Kubja. This hunchback woman, she was actually the maid servant of Kamsa. And certain she was actually carrying certain perfumes and sandalwood paste to offer them to Kamsa. Now Krishna jokingly saw this Kubja and he jokingly spoke, "Oh, beautiful lady, please come here. Can you give these perfumes and sandalwood paste for us?" Like that, Krishna spoke in a joking manner. Actually, she was not beautiful. She was hunchback woman. But Krishna saw the inner beauty of Kubja. Krishna does not see the external beauty of a person. Krishna actually sees our soul. Krishna sees what is our bhava, what is our feeling. He is interested in our feelings of genuine love and devotion towards Him. He does not see our external bodily features. Therefore, even though Kubja was actually a hunchback woman who was not beautiful at all, Krishna addressed her as beautiful lady. And then Kubja came forward, volunteered to offer the perfumes and sandalwood paste for the service of Krishna and Balaram. And this was appreciated by Krishna. And immediately, what did Krishna do? Krishna actually placed one of his foot on the foot of Kubja and raised her chin. And by this, actually, Kubja became free from her hunchback and she became a beautiful young girl. So, what is the lesson we learn from this? When we offer something in service to Krishna, whatever we possess, if we offer to Krishna, Krishna makes us beautiful both internally and externally. That is a very important message for us. So Kubja was thinking that these are small boys and they're so beautiful, and let us offer this sandalwood paste to them. She did not think, oh, Kamsa will become angry. How can I offer? This is Kamsa's. No. She was genuinely attracted to Krishna and she offered. And Krishna accepted her humble offerings and transformed her into a beautiful maiden. So, if we come in touch with Krishna and offer with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or even water, we actually become transformed. Krishna accepts our offerings and we can actually become beautiful both internally and externally. Let us pray to Krishna. My dear Lord, please, just like you transform the hunchback woman Kubja into a beautiful maiden, even I have so many crookedness in my mind. I have so many negativities in my mind. Please straighten me up. Please accept me in your service by chanting this name. Om Kubja Krishnambaradhara Yanamaha. The 64th holy name of Krishna is Om Mayine Namaha. Obeisances to Krishna who performs wonderful actions. Mai means the master of all mystic powers. Maya means the energy, and Krishna is called Maine because he is the master of all energies. In the Bhagavad Gita, ninth chapter, verse number 10, Lord Krishna says, Maya Dhyakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sacharacharam. He says, uh, all this material world, this material energy is working under my direction. Maya is under my control. And this material energy is producing so many moving and non moving entities under my supervision. That means Maya or material nature is wonderful. When you look at the beauty of nature, we become wonderstruck because there are so many mysteries of this material world. But behind all this wonderful, beautiful things of this material world produced by nature, there is the direction of the Supreme Lord. So Krishna is the one who controls this energy, and under his superintendence, Maya works and produces wonderful things. Another meaning of this name Maya, Mayine, as mentioned here on the screen, is that he performs wonderful activities. His activities are not easy to understand. His activities are all called achintya, inconceivable. They are beyond the reach of our speculation of our mind. We should not try to understand Krishna's activities through our limited logic and our speculation. Instead, we should understand Krishna's activities from the Vedic scriptures, from a bona fide spiritual master. Only then we can understand Krishna's true position. And Krishna mentions in the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, if you simply understand the spiritual nature of my activities, you can become free from the cycle of birth and death. So that is the uh, speciality of understanding Krishna's activities. So let us meditate on Krishna's wonderful activities and his control over Maya. Krishna is the controller of Maya. So if we surrender to Krishna, Maya cannot influence us anymore. So let us pray to Krishna to keep us under his shelter so that we are protected from Maya by chanting this name, Om Mayine Namaha. The 65th holy name of Krishna is Om Parama Purusha Namaha. Obeisances to the Supreme Person, Sri Krishna. Purusha means personality. Many times we think that God is impersonal. God is some light, some energy. Even great scholars who write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, sometimes they mention like this. Oh, you should not surrender to this person called Krishna. Inside this person called Krishna, there is one light. To that light, you should surrender. This is what they say. But this is wrong. There is no difference between inside and outside of Krishna. Just like for now, we have our body, but we are different from our body because we are soul, isn't it? But this does not apply to Krishna. There is nothing like Krishna's soul and Krishna's body being different. Both are one and the same. Therefore, Krishna's form is all spiritual. This we have understood already when we discussed about the name Satchidananda Vigraha. Now, this Supreme Lord is a person like you and me, but he is an unlimited person. One of the objections people say is if you accept God as a God has form, then you are limiting him, isn't it? People say like that. But no, God has a form, but that does not limit him. God is an unlimited personality. That we have to understand properly. So, why we think that a person has to be limited? Because we have only come across limited personalities in this world. Just because we have come across limited persons, we cannot extend the same logic and say, because Krishna you are saying is a person, he is also limited. Now, this is called as Kupa Manduka Nyaya, the logic of the frog in the well. There was a frog in the well, and another frog happened to visit that well from the Atlantic Ocean. And this frog in the well asked, where have you come from? He said, I have come from Atlantic Ocean. Then he asked, how big is the Atlantic Ocean? The visiting frog said, it is very huge. It is so huge. Now, this frog in the well started estimating, started speculating. Maybe the Atlantic Ocean is 5 times bigger than my well, or maybe it is 10 times bigger. Oh, come on. It cannot be more than 20 times bigger than my well. So, this is how the frog in the well was estimating Atlantic Ocean by its limited understanding of the well, because the frog had only seen the well. So when somebody told there is an Atlantic Ocean, which is a huge water body, the frog in the well could not understand it. So when we say that God, by saying that God is a person and God has a form, we are limiting him, we are actually applying this Kupa Manduka Nyaya or the frog in the well logic. Because we have come across limited persons, therefore we think this Krishna must also be like one of us. Maybe at the most he must have some special powers and yogic siddhis. That is why he was able to do all such wonderful things. We may think like that, but that's not the understanding. Krishna is eternally a person and he is the supreme person. That is why here the word Parama is used. Parama means the supreme. All of us are personalities, but he is the supreme personality. That is his position. If you study the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, that chapter is called Purushottama Yoga. And towards the end of the chapter, Krishna says there are two kinds of Purushas. Purusha means a person. One is called a Mukta Purusha, liberated persons who live in the spiritual world. The other one are the Baddha Purushas, the conditioned souls, all of us in the material world. But Krishna says, I am above both these kinds of Purushas. I am above the Purushas of this material world who are bound by the laws of nature. And I am above even the liberated persons who are in the spiritual world, who are above the laws of material nature. I am the supreme Purushaha. Therefore, I am called Uttama Purusha. Uttama means the supreme, the highest. So That's how Krishna explains. And Krishna says, whoever knows me to be the Uttama Purusha, the Supreme Person, he is said to have understood all the Vedas. So we have to properly understand Krishna, his personality, and he is the Supreme Purusha. Purusha also means the enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. All of us are actually imitating Krishna, and we also want to become enjoyers. But we can become truly enjoyers when we cooperate with the supreme enjoyment of Krishna. That is our position. When we serve Krishna for his supreme pleasure, we also become, uh, we also can get enjoyment. Just like that is the meaning of saying that we are part and parcel of Krishna. Example is the hand has to cooperate with the body, supply food to the mouth, supply food to the stomach through the mouth. Then the hand will also get its quota of energy. In the same way, now if the hand says, why should I put the food inside the stomach? I will enjoy independently. Suppose there are nice gulab jamuns. If the hand rolls on the gulab jamuns like this, will the hand get any taste or any nourishment from that? No, isn't it? So we are Amsha of the Supreme Purusha. We are part and parcel of Krishna. So we get pleasure not by independently desiring happiness, but when we cooperate with with Krishna's plan by following his instructions, then we also can become happy. So that is the process of Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness or bhakti means to cooperate for the pleasure of Krishna, and in the process, we also get real pleasure. So let us meditate on the Supreme Person who is unlimited personality, who is above all kinds of personalities, and who is the supreme enjoyer by chanting this name, Om Parama Purusha Namaha. The next, the next holy name of Krishna is Om Mushtikasura Chanura Malla Yuddha Visharadaya Namaha. Obeisances to him, to Krishna, who is the master in fighting and who vanquished the mighty warriors Mushtika and Chanura. Actually, Mushtika and Chanura, they were the wrestlers of Mathura, and they were employed by Kamsa to actually have a duel, the fight, wrestling match with Krishna and Balaram. And Krishna and Balaram were just 15-year-old tender boys. But these Mushtika and Chanura, they were well built wrestlers. But Kamsa's plan was somehow, through these wrestlers, he wanted to finish off Krishna and Balaram. So when this wrestling match began, all the citizens who had assembled there to watch the wrestling match, they were all feeling so bad. They were thinking, such tender boys, and they have to fight against these well-built men. This is great injustice. This is adharma. They were thinking like this. And some of them could not even tolerate this, seeing such a adharma match. So they left the assembly and went away. But then Krishna and Balaram, through their mighty strength, through their blows of their fists, they killed both this Mushtika and Chanura. So the lesson that we learn from this is Krishna may be looking like a tender boy, but that does not make him any weaker. This is the meaning of Parama Purusha, unlimited personality. Even though he was appearing to be a 15-year-old boy, he is still the Supreme Lord. He is still the master of unlimited power, and nobody can challenge his power. So let us meditate on this special Leela of Krishna and Balaram defeating Mushtika and Chanura in the wrestling match. Let us pray to Krishna that, my dear Lord, please empower me, give me the strength to fight against my enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are my enemies. And every day I'm having a wrestling match with these enemies of mine. But I'm very weak because these are easily defeating me. But if I have your empowerment, if I have your blessing, very easily I can defeat these enemies. So let us meditate, let us seek Krishna's empowerment, Krishna's blessings by chanting this name. Om Mushtikasura Chanura Malla Yuddha Visharadaya Namaha. So with this, we come to the end of the 66 names and this today's episode. And we have many more names we are going to discuss tomorrow. Before we move on to the next segment, which is announcements, let us all chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is the power packed mantra, which has all the holy names of Krishna within it. Let us all chant together for 1 minute with love and devotion, asking the Lord to come and reside in our heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Thank you very much. Please make it a part of your daily life, this mantra meditation. It takes only 8 minutes to chant 108 times. And when you chant the holy names, Krishna is going to be very pleased, and Krishna will bless us with the right intelligence to make right choices and decisions in our life. Thank you very much. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Before that, we have announcements by Santosh.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing some interesting stories like the Shanta Kumari story and also um, the story of Kanya Kubja. Kanya Kubja. So the, the way you interpreted it is quite interesting. That usually when we go through stories like this, we just consider it as some Puranic stories that are there and just leave it aside. But there are so many relevant lessons for us to derive. Just like in Kanya Kubja, that story you had mentioned, that just like she was hunchback woman before Krishna straightened her up, we are also twisted and turned up due to our own uh, condition, due to our own misgivings in our life. So with Krishna in our life, he can straighten up all our twists and turns and make us pure. So nice meaning through. Thank you so much. So the main announcement is that we have this Saturday, day after tomorrow, morning Arunodaya Kirtans. In other words, we will be going out in the light of sunrise around 6:30 a.m. in the streets around Amos, which is around the ISC near the service gate. So we have planned a route. We will go around and sing out the names of Lord Balaram, Lord Krishna, and chant out loud for ourselves and for others to be benefited. So this would be a really wonderful experience if you haven't done before group Sankirtan. So we really request you to make it a point that you join us even for a few minutes, if not for the whole route, maybe for some time. You'll not uh, regret it for sure. So please join us. So this is the main announcement. I can go ahead with the Q&A.
Yeah, actually, this Arunodaya Kirtan this Saturday, I'm also very excited. I'll also be there. So request you to please join us. This Harinam Sankirtan is the best way to stay connected with the Lord, to glorify the Lord, and it's the medicine for all our misgivings, all our challenges. So please come and participate in this Arunodaya Kirtan on the occasion of Balaram Jayanti this Saturday at 6:30 in the morning. So if anyone has any questions pertaining to what we discussed today, please feel free to raise your hand and unmute yourself and you can ask your query. Okay, so looks like no one has any question. So I'll ask a question to all of you. Let's see. Now, so far we have discussed so many names of Lord Krishna. Can anyone tell me three names which you like the most so far among all these 66 names? Which are your favorite three names? So who would like to answer this? Dilipan, yesterday we could not speak to you. Dilipan, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Can you please tell me, Dilipan, some three names that you liked so far in this series?
I like the name Gopala Palagaya Nama,
Okay.
which represents the obeisance to Lord Krishna, who is the protector of all the living beings.
Gopalaya Namaha, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Then
And I like today's name, the Maine Nama, or Maine Nama, who is the
Mayana.
controller of,
Hmm.
yeah, who is the controller of the Maya, the
Yes,
illusion.
yes, very nice. And then any other name?
No, that's it.
Okay, good, very nice. Thank you for sharing. So, Rakshan, can you please tell what were your favorite names so far? Rakshan, are you there? Okay, Ankit Gupta. Let us hear from Ankit. What were your favorite names? Which names you like the most? Ankit, are you there? Hare Krishna. Okay, no problem. So, very happy to
Hare
know that
Krishna, Prabhu.
you're all. Hare Krishna, Ankit.
Yeah, sorry, my mic was off. Yeah,
Okay, okay, no
I'm
problem. Can you, which were the names, three names which you like the most? Krishna's names.
so okay. So I will start with one of the today's name.
Okay.
Uh, so uh, I forgot that name exactly. So where
Mm-hmm.
the pastime of Kubja is like depicted.
Mm.
So I like that name because it has two significance. Like one significance is the quality of Krishna himself and the quality of the his devotees.
Mm.
Yeah, because Krishna is showing that he don't see the external feature but the internal devotion, and also
Yeah,
depicts the qualities of the devotee. Like a devotee always want to please the Lord with
yeah,
uh, whatever the equipment the devotee has.
yeah,
So, for example, in this case, Kubja had some perfume and sandalwood,
yeah.
so she wanted to like offer to Krishna. So that's why I like that name.
Very nice. Very nice. Om Kubja Krishnambaradharaya Namaha. That is the name.
Yeah.
What are
Yes,
any other two names? Can you tell two other names of Krishna which you liked?
Uh, so other name was we discussed like actually I don't remember the name exactly, but I know the definition and the quality of that name.
Yeah, you tell me the name, quality you tell, I will tell the name.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. So
Yeah.
for other name is like that we discussed today was where
Mm.
the Krishna is showing uh, what he told in the Bhagavad Gita, like um, when Krishna says Mata Prantram Nanyat Kisit Asti Dhananjaya, meaning he's
Okay.
saying like he's the superior most the supreme personality, like he controls all the universe.
Uh,
Yeah, that one.
so that is Om Parama
Yeah.
Purushaya Namaha, right? Parama
Yes.
Purusha, the Supreme
Yeah.
Personality.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
So it's not like
Any
just in
other?
Bhagavad Gita he told, but
Mm, mm, mm.
actually he's also depicting in his childhood pastime only. When he was
Correct, correct,
childhood, when he was a child, that time only he proved all these points that he told in Bhagavad Gita.
correct, correct. Yes. Actually, this painting is very beautiful. This painting, you can, if you subtly observe, Krishna is sitting here in the center on a lotus, and he has raised his right hand up, and he is actually signaling all his expansions, the Vishnu Murtis, who all have come there. These are all, that story connected with Lord Brahma stealing the cows and the cowherd boys, friends of Krishna. So Krishna immediately expanded himself into so many Vishnu Murti forms, and those Vishnu Murti forms transformed themselves into all of those cowherd boys and the calves who were actually stolen by Brahma. And you can also see there, subtly down, you can see the cowherd boys are also there under each Vishnu Murti form. And from this, we understand that all these Vishnu forms are expansions. They are coming out of Krishna's body. Therefore, all these Vishnu forms are all Purushas. But the Parama Purusha is Krishna, because from him all these Vishnu forms are coming. So it's a very beautiful depiction. So seeing this, uh, Brahma came to his senses. He was thinking Krishna to be an ordinary child. But when he saw there are so many Vishnu forms have come out of his body, then he understood the true position and he surrendered to Krishna. So therefore, he is Parama Purusha. Very beautiful. And what is the third name, Ankit, which you liked?
The third name is Krishna itself, Om Krishnaya Nama.
Yeah, the first
Where
name.
I mean,
Mm,
yeah. So in this name, this name represent the overall complete qualities of Krishna, which means
mm,
the supreme attractive person. And throughout the
mm,
Leelas, either in Vrindavan, Mathura, and
mm.
or in Dwarka. So he
Yeah,
always did some activity that was all like attracting, uh, that attracts his devotee toward him.
correct. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good. Thank you for sharing. So, three names. So, uh, let us now conclude the session, and we shall meet again tomorrow with another set of six holy names of Krishna, with some more Leelas of Krishna. And many of you are appreciating or liking these Krishna 108. So it's an opportunity for us to meditate on Krishna, his wonderful qualities and Leelas associated with each of these names. In this way, we are preparing our consciousness to welcome the Lord on the day of Janmashtami. Thank you very much for joining. We shall meet again in the next session. Thank you. Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.